ain't really neither.
I love this little beat. Very glad we have this. There we go, guys. Here we are getting ready to shoot our second episode, and I cannot be more delighted to be sharing the stage with Mr. Bernard Watson. He is our owner at Big Valley Auto Auction, Off the Block, episode 2, here live with Bernard. We're going to get into his mind a little bit and see where his idea of opening an auto auction in deep South Texas came from. Bernard, welcome, sir.
Well, actually, everyone said we couldn't do it. So, I mean, that was kind of a challenge. People kind of discount the Rio Grande Valley, and they shouldn't. We're a vibrant area. We thought that an auto auction would work well here. I'd come from an automobile background, never been in the auction business per se, and we thought it needed one. So my daughter and I got together, and we decided that we'd try it.
So let me ask, being in the auto industry prior to being in the auction industry, how do the two compare? Which one do you think is more difficult? Which one did you find it easier than when you had your dealerships, or was it an easy roll into the auction business?
It was not as easy as the dealerships. The dealerships were pretty much cut and dry, had easier accounting, a lot of things worked better in the automobile sales, and we were more comfortable there. We were not as comfortable when we started the auction. The auction was kind of a trying experience because none of us really had a background in auctions. And my daughter always says that we didn't know anything about an auto auction when we started, and that's kind of true. But we also felt like we didn't have any of the bad habits or maybe some of the bigger guys.
Which is a good thing. And then getting back into your story, you know, not only do you do the car auction business here at Big Valley, but you also have other restaurants, you know, and other, I guess you can say, ventures that you venture out to.
Well, I'm quite old, and I've been into a lot of different things. We have had restaurants in McAllen area. We also do some construction.
This is where you plug Smoking Moon.
Oh, yeah, we still do have a barbecue joint called Smoking Moon, yes.
That's right, guys. It's very good. You need to go check it out. Nonetheless, so getting back into the auction business, you know, going on 14 years. I mean, not knowing what you get into, you got to say you did pretty good.
Well, we, sometimes luck is better than being good at things, but we've done extremely well. We treat everyone here with the ultimate kindness and respect, and I think that that's pretty much what a business is all about. I don't care whether you're in an automobile business or if you're selling furniture, whatever it is, it's all customer related.
That's right, and I guess they go hand in hand, being in the restaurant business and being in the auction business. Can you touch a little bit with us, your experiences leading up to this, and what you've learned throughout the years?
In the auction business?
In the auction business, in life, in business itself.
In life, boy, it's hard. But the auction business, basically, you know, when we started, we didn't really know what we were doing, and it took us forever to do little things. But we had a basic background. We had some really good people with us. We had a lady that had been with us for years and years, and my daughter. And when we started, it was trying, but we learned as we went along. And our bottom line was that we always thought that we would be straightforward, honest, take care of people, and treat everyone equally, whether they're a big car lot or a big dealership or a small car lot, mom and pop operations. It doesn't matter. We treated everyone the same.
And I think that's the beauty of it, you know, here at Big Valley, and I can attest to that. You know, we're not corporate structure by any means, but, you know, if you ever need to talk to the owner or the GM, the door is always open, and you're more than welcome to walk in instead of having to set an appointment. Hopefully you get a call back. More than likely you probably won't, but nonetheless, you can go in there and express your mind and see what they can do for you.
I always call back people.
No, I know you do. I'm saying corporate.
Okay. Other
corporate, you know, we won't get into that, but I'm just saying other corporate stuff.
No,
right?
We're not corporate. We don't believe in corporate. Are you leaving us?
Oh, no, not at all.
Okay.
And then a quick question. So, you know, you've gone through a lot in your life. You've established very successful businesses and stuff. Can you share with us a quote that maybe stands out in your mind that you like to live by, or that, you know, you go day to day and it's always in the back of your mind?
Well, you know, I've always said that good judgment comes from experience. And lots and lots of times experience comes from bad judgment. And so we learn everything we do in our life, and, you know, being quite old, I've learned a lot. And one of the things I think that we learned as much as anything else is you treat everyone with respect. You treat everyone like you would like to be treated, and it kind of works out for you.
That's right. I couldn't agree with you more. Now, getting back into the auction, where do you see Big Valley, whether it's towards the end of this year, maybe 2, 3 years down the road?
Well, I think, obviously everything's changing. With COVID and with technology, the industry is changing. We are very fortunate in South Texas here that we have a vibrant community. We seem to be able to persevere, with things that are changing. And things that are changing are kind of out of my realm, but we have lots and lots of people here that have technology. Obviously, we have one putting this together. They can bring us into the next century that we need to come to. I'm still probably stuck in last century. But, it's going to become more and more digital. We are seeing that now. It's going to become more and more where people are relying on our inspections, us taking care of the cars, us being sure that the cars are represented properly, and they can feel comfortable to buy online from us because more and more people are buying online. I think maybe 25% of our sales now are online, and I think it will continue to grow. So, which is a good thing for us because basically it allows us to be way down here in South Texas, but it also allows us to sell cars throughout the nation. And we do. We sell cars all over the country now. And I think that that'll only grow, and especially with the bigger companies coming on board that are helping us with inventory that they need to get rid of. It's just worked well, and I think that we'll be, along with the technology, we'll keep up.
Great, man. That's some good info right there, guys. Y'all need to pay attention to this. Piggybacking on what you say about digital, how we're heading into the digital, I guess we are in the digital era, but it's more and more becoming more prevalent. Getting into electronic vehicles. What's your take on that?
I still like gas.
Me too.
Well, the thing is that they're going to become more and more difficult for us to deal with because, what do you do with a car that stops itself? Those are things that are going to be trying for us, and that's when younger people with more technical ability than myself are going to be able to come in, because it's not going to be a matter whether your car starts, goes to the grocery store, and comes home. It's also going to be that it doesn't change lanes, or maybe you go to sleep while you're driving it. And I don't know exactly how we're going to prepare ourselves for cars that stop themselves. I mean, do we run into somebody before we decide, oops, it didn't stop, so it must be wrong?
To me, it's actually kind of scary to think that autonomous vehicles and stuff like that drive themselves, or the ones that brake for you and stuff like that. Like me, I'm a gas guy. I'm with you, 100% gas guy, diesel guy, right? But if you're driving a vehicle and there's a faulty sensor of some sort, and it stops when it doesn't supposed to, and it goes when it doesn't supposed to. To me, that's scary more than anything, and that's where my hesitation comes from all these new technology advances that we're making in the auto industry that kind of leads me to kind of hold back and still stick to my gas powered vehicle.
Well, I agree with that, and I'm old school. There's no doubt about that. But at the same point in time, so much has changed in my lifetime, from the point where we had basically rotary dial telephones, which people don't even know what they are, and black and white TVs.
If you do know what you are, leave a comment
to below. This point. And it's changed so much that what will the next 20 years bring? Right. Next 20 years, we can all sit back. Probably not me, but everyone can sit back, maybe go to sleep, smoke a cigar, whatever you want to do, and your car will take you wherever you want to go.
Maybe they're going to be flying by that time. I don't know. I do remember that
I hope we don't go to flying cars.
I do remember that back when I was in elementary school, we had a project, and I was probably like in 4th grade, and there were, where do you see, when we're in 1999 going into the year 2000, where do you see the cars and how it's going to be? And everybody said, hey, we'll be flying cars by the year 2000. Y2K came and went. Now we're going into 2023 this coming year, and this is the electric era, because GM has announced, don't quote me if I'm wrong, but by 2030 they want to be, electric vehicles throughout their vehicles, and that's That's scary. That's something to look out for because, as an auction, we got to be also equipped to make sure we're able to service these vehicles, run these vehicles, sell these vehicles for our clients because they're bound to get some in their portfolio at one point or another.
I'm not really sure that we'll have to worry about flying cars. We have enough accidents on the expressways, and you put cars out there with no control. There's no way to control anything in the air, except because I've been a pilot for many, many years, and without a person at the controls, they work pretty well. But you can't look for other cars. You can't look for people that made mistakes. People that are coming and decide they want to go the opposite way all of a sudden. I would be real scary. I don't think it'll work.
That's right. You have a lot of points. Well, Bernard, it's been a privilege working for you, having you here on second episode. Is there something you'd like to close out with, something for the audience that's out there looking at us, knowing that, we're Big Valley Auto Auction down in South Texas, right by the Mexican border?
Well, I guess, I think people in this area are proud of being in the Rio Grande Valley. We're not a backward little area. We are a metropolitan area. We've got extremely experienced and intelligent people here. They're great people. We are not in an area where there's violence and corruption like everybody else thinks we are. It's a great area. It's a great area to raise a family. The economy is awesome. It's still the cost of living is great. I think the Rio Grande Valley is a very vibrant area. I also think that our car industry is going to continue on. I think, obviously we're in the used car business, but I think that probably over the next couple of years will even become more prevalent with the chip problem and different things like that, which will be corrected at some point in time.
As long as we're here, we're going to keep on running, everybody. Don't forget to check us out. This is our second episode, and we'll be coming to you with a third one. Quick little teaser of what's to come. We're going to try to focus on the selling side of vehicles and try to get a dealer's perspective from a dealership and also from a local mom and pop and see how they're different or see how they're alike and see what kind of steps they take in order to make their business go round. Once again, pleasure having you on the set, sir. We appreciate everything you do for us. Thank you for keeping us running and going. And don't forget, this is Made with Off the Block here at Big Valley Auto Auction.
And this is Bernard. When you're here, you're family.
That's right.